Welcome back everyone, I'm Capes Games, this is EVE Online, I'm in a Vargur, so it's time to add another book on the shelf of our level 4 mission library. And the mission we've been handed today is Worlds Collide. This is a stone cold classic. It used to be really hard, these days not so much. So as we see, there is no icon of who we are fighting. Here you have to read the mission description. So it says, although the Serpentis Corporation usually has a firm grip over the criminal strata in our system, the Gyristas have been poking their ugly noses in here of late. So, what there is two competing factions here. So it's Serpentis and Gyristas. Luckily for us, they're both kinetic and thermal, so we're going to be absolutely fine. This is a mission with branching paths. You warp into a central area, there are two gates to pick from. One will be to a Serpentis room, one of them will be to a Gyristas room, and then both of these second rooms lead to room 3, which is where the final objective is. And the final objective is 20 units of ship's crew, which is 40 cubic meters of cargo, so make sure you've got enough room for that. We'll be fine because we're a marauder with a couple of thousand, I think. Yeah, 1150 cargo, so we're going to be fine. It's only one jump over. We're getting paid 1.6 million ISK for doing this, with another 1.6 if we complete it within 6 hours. Loyalty points wise, a whopping 6,519. 6,000 loyalty points, 6 hours, 3.2 million total pay. This is considered a difficult mission. And indeed, it used to be. So let's click accept and get a move on. Right, made it into the mission system nice and safe. Let's go to the mission. Now, this first room we're going to go into, there are two groups of enemies very far apart. I mean like hundreds of kilometers apart. The two gates to rooms 2A and 2B are about 60 kilometers away, I believe, if I remember rightly. So we're going to have to do a lot of micro-warp driving to get into range of these guys. This would be a good mission for a sniper fit with micro jump drive. Here we are. Open dead space into room 1. Little bit of Gyristas here, quite a lot of Serpentis here. Let's just have a look at the Gyristas first because they're slightly closer. Right, let's speed this up until we're in range. Okay, I think we're close enough now. Let's just bring the ship to halt, turn all the things on including Bastion, and aggress them. We'll take care of these two dire Pitham elite cruisers first. There we are, big elite resistances. This gate is locked until you've destroyed them. Although I believe that Zaborski's hacker card, which is an item you pick up in one of the missions, it's either Damsel in Distress or right hand of Zazmataz, I think, drops Zaborski's hacker card, but that hacker card lets you bypass this first room and get into one of the two bases. I can't remember which one it is. I think it was both these missions. I think Zor drops Zaborski's hacker card. Cannot remember which of these gates he unlocks, but it's one of them. Maybe both, I'm not too sure. Wait, nothing here has dropped any loot so far, so let's just save the location anyway. I will come back and kill these guys, but it's actually quicker to go all the way through the mission and then warp back into this room, rather than try and approach these guys from 136 kilometers out. That would take forever. So, oh god damn, look at that. None of the 4 ships we have destroyed so far has dropped any loot. They've got an annoyingly long Bastion cycle to wait now. As soon as this guy's dead and Bastion's finished, we'll take the gate and get into room 2. Message in local chat, the gate to the Gyristas base has been unlocked. And that 5th guy we killed didn't drop any loot either. Well, I'm still going to come back and salvage them. Okay, we're a little bit far away from the gate, so we'll just have to approach it. Now it's these second rooms, rooms 2A and 2B, which can pose a bit of a problem. In the olden days of yore, there was a very low chance of a commander to spawn in these rooms. Reports vary on whether or not that still happens. Allegedly, sometimes it does, but I ain't seen it in many a long year. Not that I run level 4 missions all that often these days, and this one only comes up fairly rarely anyway, so we shall see
drive active.
Whether or not that commander has ever dropped any good Dead Space loot is also a matter of contention. Anyway, into the next room. We're not going to need the spoilers, we're not going to need the optimal range script. Again, this is probably a good mission for a micro jump drive, because you land right in the middle of them in here. But we'll be okay, we're in a Marauder. Even though it's just been nerfed, we'll be fine. And enemies do spawn in here, I do promise you that. There's quite a lot of them. That is the gate to room 3. We shall stay here, we shall just bastion up. Lock all this lot up. There's a lot more than that. This is just the first ones that respawned. There's all the battleships. Missing the frigates because they haven't even spotted us yet. There we go. There we go. More things have spawned in. Okay, and let's start smashing battleships. Okay, this lot down here has spotted us. This is a Gyrostabilizer spy. He's not a boss. They're trying to jam us. The tank's being pushed hard, even though we're in Bastion mode and not everything has aggressed. That's okay. I think we're going to kill them fast enough. Should really take care of these elite cruisers. We'll do them after we've killed this next battleship. Yeah, this was why this mission was considered one of the most brutal ones you could do, because before we had micro jump drives there was basically no escape from this. You just had to sit here and face tank it. I mean, that's pretty much as much damage as this Marauder ever takes on any level 4 mission these days. Well, so far all their ECM has failed, but sooner or later one of them will roll a jam, but we'll deal with that when it happens. There we go, it's happened. But luckily, because jamming is a taunt, we did not lose lock on the thing which had rolled a successful jam. So we'll just kill it. Jamming is a minor annoyance now, rather than a death sentence. It can still get pretty bad if they manage to sync up their cycles, so this one will hit a jam and you only be able to target him, and then this one will get a jam, so we'd lose lock on this guy before we killed it and be forced to shoot at this guy. But it's not a huge issue. This little group down here may be a little bit annoying because they're all elite, so I'd rather take out the frigates first if I can, and then get rid of the cruisers. And no boss, so no dread Gyrostabilizer something or other so far. I don't believe there's a trigger for the boss. It either spawns in with everything else or it doesn't. It's another reason why we're going to go back and check room 2B, the Serpentis room. Let's just get rid of this final battleship, and then we'll get rid of all the elites, and then the Gyrostabilizer spy. Might have to reload in this room. Right, that's one of the 4 frigates dead. It's 2. Come on now, behave yourself. That's 3, jolly good. Just smash the spy because he's nice and close. Boom, one-shotted him. I think we'll turn Bastion off after it's finished this current cycle. Mind you, I might just turn it off now, considering how fast that elite cruiser died. Yeah, it'll be fine. No, one more cycle. Well, alright. Message in local chat. The gate to the research outpost is unlocked. So, as soon as Bastion's done, I'll fly off to the gate and get into the final room. Alright, let's get ourselves to the gate. I believe the enemies in this final room are all going to be Serpentis, so no jamming to worry about. Possibly sensor dampening, but then we are going to land pretty much at 0 anyway, so I'm sure we'll be fine. And here we go.
Warp drive active.
That little cargo can is the thing we need to get our cargo out of. As I said, we've landed pretty much at 0, so let's just lock up the battle cruisers, pop Bastion, turn the shield on, and get to killing. Up. 1 battle cruiser down already. It's 2. It's 3. Here's more stuff. Let's just lock all the battle cruisers up. We'll just one-shot all these destroyers. There we go. Goodbye, gentlemen. Goodbye, battle cruisers. Hello, battleships. Yeah, so yeah, quite a lot of DPS on the field in here as well. Let's drop a bookmark quickly. Again. No commander spawn here. It never spawns in this final room. It's only ever in the second rooms they spawn in, allegedly, if they still do. We shall see, because this gate takes us back to room 1. It's a big circular complex. So it's actually better for us to come round all the way this way, because this will dump us back at the start of room 1 and closer to the Serpentis than the 160 kilometers or something we were away from them. No reinforcements here, just what is here is what is here. And this mission used to absolutely terrorise people. It was notorious. It was this in Angel Extravaganza level 4. This was the times before Dread Pirate Scarlet even existed. Two more ships to go. I think I'll turn Bastion off because it does have 36 seconds to go. Will we kill 2 battleships in 36 seconds? I think we probably will, considering they're well within our range. Oh yes, easily. Yep. So let's approach this little ship and get the ship's crew out of it. And then we'll go and kill the second half of room 1 and all of room 2B. Just check I've got 3 bookmarks. Yes, that's correct. I'm going to drop 2 more bookmarks here. Another one in the first room, because the 2 sets of enemies are so far apart that we can warp between the wrecks. And the final, 5th and final one will be in room 2B. Here we are. Damaged Heron, ship's crew, got him. Let's go back to room 1
drive active
and clear that out, and room 2B. Let's go! Oh, it's good to finally have a video that's longer than 7 minutes, isn't it? What a refreshing change. There we are, that's closer. We'll just double click towards these guys. Well, to be honest, we're not that much closer to them actually. We were over there, and now we're over here. Just turn the shields off, don't need that for the minute. Double click please, there we are. Right, I'll just approach these guys, and when we're in range, we'll start killing them. Okay, I think we're close enough to open fire. I'm just going to change to the optimal range script, stop the ship before we drift out of activation range of the gate. Which we very nearly did. Slam on the anchors, optimal range script, and we'll pick some frigates. Ah, jolly good. They mounted nice and quick. That's what we like to see. Then as always, battle cruisers next, and then the 3 battleships, or 4, however many there are. 4. Hey look, all of these guys have dropped loot so far. That's a nice change. These Gyrostabilizer buggers over here didn't drop anything. Right, just some battleships to go, won't take long. Alright, that did not take too long. And the message in local, the gate to the Serpentist base has been unlocked. Bastion's finished, so let's get going.
Active.
Again, we'll just reload to the tracking speed script. And if the mythical commander is going to be in this mission, he'll be in this room. Let's see if the myth is true. As I said, it's only a normal chance of a spawn, so 5%. I'm not seeing... Nope. No. So that either means he just hasn't spawned, or it means that he doesn't spawn at all anymore. Which it is? Don't know. Let's just kill this battlecruiser anyway. There he goes, then we'll just smash all the frigates. They're not elite, they're only little baby ones, which is why they're all being one-shotted. There we go, they're all dead. Just get rid of this final battlecruiser and this cruiser. And there goes the battlecruiser. Pop. And there goes the cruiser. Pop. Right, just some battleships. And no commander spawn. If I get this mission again in the future and I do find a commander spawn, I will be sure to record it so the proof is there for all to see. Damn, we are being hit pretty hard. We are in Bastion and we are a Vargur. We're being hit really rather hard. I think most of these bad guys have got blasters. Zoom in. Well, he's trying to pull range, so he's got rails. Alright, maybe it's just because they're all flying directly away from us. Yeah, that's what it is. They're all flying directly away from us to try and kite us, which is why their angular velocity is almost 0, so they're hitting us really hard. We don't have to go through that gate. That gate leads back into room 3. So as soon as these are all dead, we'll just be leaving and handing the mission in. And this hurts. Right, turns out this room does more damage than the Gyrostabilizer room. Who knew? There we are, the shield's going upwards now, so that's fine. So yeah, if you're not a Marauder, this might be problematic, and you're probably best off using a micro jump drive and sniping it. Just check we have 5 bookmarks. Yes we do, jolly good. Mr. Noctis is going to be busy. What do we think, a minute and a half or 2 of these, or 30 seconds? We'll go for 30 seconds. Timing the Bastion has become a bit of an issue now that it lasts for a minute instead of 30 seconds. I think we might be okay. Pro tip, if you hold the Alt key and then scroll in, you can get really close because that changes your field of view. Alright, mission complete. Let's go and get the Noctis.
Warp drive active.
Alright, the mission has been handed in and that took 28 minutes, which isn't too bad considering we did go into 5 rooms. We did room 1 twice, we did room 2A, room 2B and room 3. So 28 divided by 5, just over 5 minutes a room including travel time. That's not too bad. Anyway, I'm in the Noctis, so I'm going to go on loot and salvage and then I'll report back in. Alrighty then, Mr. Noctis has been out and had a good old time to himself, and the 2 bounty prizes have hit our wallet. First one was 18.2 mil and the other one was 8, so let's have a look at what we've made. Agent mission pay 1.6 million with another 1.6 because we did it within the 6-hour time bonus. There are 2 bounty prizes, the first one for 18.2 and this one which came in later for 8. And when we mouse over it, we see that the Coil Chief Spy is in here, and that was the last thing we killed. Because we did room 1, then room 2A, then room 3, then room 1 again, and then room 2B, and room 2B was where the Coil Chief Spy was living. So that was the last thing we killed. That's 18 plus 8 there. Loot and salvage wise, we got 24.3 million in assorted loot and salvage from that mission, of which 12.5 is worth selling. Pick of the bunch, one of these clutch restrained warp disruption field generators. This one is apparently worth 5.1 million, so that was nice. Salvage, 9 million in assorted salvage, not too bad. So when we add all this together, we get something around 53 million ISK for round about half an hour of work. Not too bad. Well, this is interesting. You find me running Worlds Collide level 4 mission, and I said I wasn't sure whether or not you ever had a commander spawn anymore, or whether that was a myth, and that if I ever did find a commander spawn, I'd bring you in on it. So guess what news I'm bringing you? What we have here is a Serpentis Supervisor, who is listed in the overview as a Shadow Corpor Admiral, so this is indeed a commander battleship. The bounty is only 825,000, but I think he's going to drop something good. Well, he might. We'll find out. Right, that's everything else in the mission dead, so let's crack open this walnut and see what he drops. I had no idea this was still a thing. I thought they'd been removed. And there he goes. Let's see what's inside his wreck. Oh, he's not dropped anything good. Well, we'll salvage the wreck and we'll have a look if he drops any Tech 2 salvage. He should do. He's a Tech 2 battleship. Nope, we just got some Tech 1 salvage. Interesting. Well, now we know that the myth is not a myth, it's a fact. Well, this was nice. We had a nice long video today. Hopefully the next level 4 mission will be as long and interesting. Either that or I've run out of them already. So do come back for whatever we get up to next, and do look after yourself until then. I will talk to you again very soon.